Assalamu alaikum. How are you, dear students? Hope that you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Dear learners, like before today, I have presented in front you to take another class. Please be prepared yourselves. Be seated. Take your seat in front of your table. Take your khata, pen, and textbook and start to enjoy my class. Dear learners, in my every class, I give you some homework. I hope that you have prepared your homework properly. And dear learners, in my every class, I give you homework. I hope that you are preparing your homework properly and learning ins and outs about the taxes. Okay, dear learners, I am Mohammad Mohsin Mia, Assistant Head Teacher, Kherihor Adorsho High School, Shahrasti Chatpur is going to conduct a class with you. Okay, dear learners, now look at the picture. What do you find these pictures? Do you recognize this? Certainly, I think that you are quite familiar with these pictures. First one is this is the icon of Facebook, and second one is this is the icon of Twitter. Okay, now dear learners, can you tell me or can you guess what I am going to discuss with you today? Certainly you have already understood about our lesson that we are going to discuss with each other. Okay, today we are going to discuss with you about social network services. Everybody open your book, unit 13, lesson 2 of class 9 and 10. Okay, after the end of the lesson you will be able to say the names of social network services, learn how to use social network services, then describe the benefits of social network services, describe the disadvantages of social network services. Okay, dear learners, now I am going to discuss with you about the topics elaborately. Okay, now my question is first one, which is social network service? I think that you are able to know about social network service. Okay, a social networking service is a platform to build social networks or social relations among people who share interests, activities, backgrounds, or real life connections. Okay, dear learners, in our mobile, always we are active on social network services. Okay, by the social network services or by the Facebook, we can know about the interest, about the activities of our friends. Okay, and another way we can also make chat with our friends. Suppose he's my friend, now I can share my personal activities with my friends. This is by the way of messenger. Okay, it is a part of social network service. And in the same way, you know that another social network service is you can also share your joys, your sorrow, your interest, and your real life connections, your background, your activities, what you want to share with your friends. You can share with your friends by social network services. Okay, dear learners, nowadays social network services are so much important that if you share a link of a newspaper, of your own website page, or of your own writing or from your timeline, it is very easy to share it with your friends or with your relatives, with your partners, etc. Okay, then now we are going to introduce with some social network services. What are the social network services? Now look at the picture. Number one, this is Facebook. Okay, dear learners, I think that as a student of class 9 and 10, you are totally familiar with Facebook, and this is the pandemic situation. You are using social network services of Facebook to take classes from different online groups and online school. Okay, so now I am introduced with the history of Facebook. Now look at the screen. You know that the founder of Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg. It is found that on February 4, 2004. Today, the social networking site has about more than 60 million active members, okay, in all over the world. Then another social network, this is Twitter. The very much important person or the aristocratic person, they use Twitter, and ordinary all of the people we use Facebook. Okay, and Facebook, it is very popular. Twitter, now you introduce with Twitter. Twitter is founded on March 21st, 2006. Its founders are Evan Williams, Jack Dorsey, Noah Glass. Twitter has more than 500 million users, out of which more than 302 million are active users. Okay, this is like the same, but their activities a little differences. Okay, another is G plus, that means Google plus. Okay, now we are introduced with Google plus. Google plus launched in June in 2011 as a social network. It is owned and operated by Google Inc. Okay, and another is LinkedIn. It is another social networking service. Now you introduce with LinkedIn is a business-oriented social networking service. It is founded in December 2002 and launched on May 5, 2003. As of March in 2015, LinkedIn reports more than 364 million acquired users in more than 200 countries. Okay, dear students, though LinkedIn is business-based social network services, but Facebook also can be used in business way. Okay, Facebook is overall, and the users can use Facebook in any way what they wish. Okay, আমি এখানে বলতেছিলাম যে এখানে লিঙ্কডইন সেটা কিন্তু আমরা দেখছি যে প্রতিষ্ঠিত হয়েছে বিজনেস ভিত্তিতে, কিন্তু ফেসবুক সেটা দ্বারা এই সবই করা যায় বিজনেস ভিত্তিক। সেখানে তোমরা দেখো যে বিভিন্ন কোম্পানির অ্যাড এবং ফেসবুকের মাধ্যমে অনলাইন বিজনেসের বিভিন্ন লিঙ্ক দেওয়া থাকে, বিভিন্ন পেজ আছে, এবং এখানে মেসেঞ্জার গ্রুপ আছে, বিভিন্ন অনলাইন স্কুলের পেজে এখন সারা পৃথিবীব্যাপী যে ক্লাস হচ্ছে এর অংশ, এর মতোই আমরা বাংলাদেশেও অনেক অনেক স্কুলের মাধ্যমে ফেসবুকের এই পেজে আমরা ক্লাস নিচ্ছি, তোমরাও দেখছো। অর্থাৎ ফেসবুকটা হচ্ছে ওভারঅল, হ্যাঁ, সেটা এই সর্বশ্রেণীর লোকেই সেগুলাকে ব্যবহার করে। আসলে সবগুলোই সেম ইম্পর্টেন্স হইল, কিন্তু ফেসবুক অধিক বেশি জনপ্রিয়। আমরা দেখলাম যে ফেসবুকের ইউজারের পরিমাণও কি অনেক বেশি, তাই না? তো dear learners, we have already introduced with Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and LinkedIn. What are they called? They are called social network service. Okay, dear learners, another is YouTube. It is launched in May 2005. YouTube allows billions of people to discover, watch, and share originally created videos. Okay, and in YouTube you can find your expected classes and any type of tutorials that you want to learn something from the tutorials. This is YouTube. Okay, and if you want to share your videos with others, you can make a channel in YouTube and upload your video. Then you can also share with with your partners or with your friends, with your relatives. This is a very easy way nowadays. Okay, this is YouTube. It is also a part of social networking service. Another is Skype. Skype, it is used to make video call, audio call, to make chat with others or with your friends and with your relatives in all over the world. Okay, you can make a video call or chatting in home and outdoors by Skype. Okay, now you introduce with Skype. Skype, you can share a story, celebrate a birthday, learn a language, hold a meeting, work with colleagues, just about anything you need to do together every day. It is founded in 2003. Skype is a division of Microsoft Corporation. Okay, and now, dear learners, now we are going to discuss with each other how to use social network. If you want to use social network, you have to have an account. Now I am going to introduce with you how to create an account in any social network services. Okay, if you want to create an account in social network services, you have to have an email account. Now in Facebook, for using Facebook, it is easy enough for having only your mobile phone. Okay, now if you have an email account, then sign in social network services, then create username and password. That means you give a title or your name. What will be the name of your social network services? Okay, or what will be your name in Facebook account? Okay, this is. Then you give a password, a relevant password that is a digit, characters, and symbols, containing digit, character, and symbol. Very hard password, so that another or robots cannot find it easily. Okay, then login using username and password. Okay, then you have done all that. That means you have already gotten a Facebook account by this way. Okay, dear learners, I think that you are able to open an account in any social network services, but here I have mentioned mostly for creating a social network an account in Facebook account. Okay, now look at the screen. This is a picture containing social network service. Dear learners, you look at here. You can share or you can connect with each other, interconnection. You can make interconnection by different social network services. Here it has been mentioned by this picture. Okay, dear learners, what are the benefits of social network services or advantages of social network services? Now look at the screen. Dear learners, we know that there are a lot of advantages of using social network services. Okay, number one, to keep in touch with family members, relatives, and friends. Okay, suppose your parents are in London and it was quite impossible to make conversation or to connect to family members at a time or after a decades ago, but now it is in our nose. Suppose in this nose in the mirror, and you can see all of the world in our nose by social network services. Okay, by the messenger you can uh, make conversation, phonic conversation, or Skype, or Viber, or Imo. You can make call without spending any money, only by spending some megabytes. Okay, so to keep in touch with family members and friends, we can use social network services. This is very much important. Okay, another is to promote products and services. Suppose you are a businessman, you want to introduce your products with your partner or with your friends, with your relatives, or with the customers, or almost all the people. Okay, now you can give a status in your Facebook account, or you can make a group account, and you can give an ad to introduce your products with the people or customers. Okay, and another is to help charitable works or charities to help other people. Dear learners, you are repairing a road from your own money, spending from your own money. Now you can share with your work with the people, so that they can also encourage to do this type of work. Okay, আসলে আমি একটু এখানে বলে নিই যে প্রথমটা আমি বলছিলাম যে আত্মীয় স্বজন অথবা বন্ধুদের সাথে যোগাযোগ রাখার জন্য, তোমার পরিবারের সদস্যদের সাথে যোগাযোগ রাখার জন্য, মনে করো তোমার এখন পরিবার লন্ডন থাকে, তুমি বাংলাদেশে থাকো, এখন তুমি তাদের সাথে এই তো মোবাইলটাকে তুমি হাতে নিয়ে, শুধুমাত্র এই যে মোবাইলটা হাতে নিলে, তারপরে এই একটা মেসেঞ্জারে নক করলে, অথবা ভাইবারে করলে, স্কাইপিতে করলে, অথবা মনে করো তুমি ইমোতে একটি কল দিলে, এই তো তোমার হাতের মোবাইলটা টাচ করার সাথে সাথে তুমি এখন কি কানাও দেওয়া লাগবে নাকি, যে সাথে দেখে দেখে লিহালিহি করলে, অথবা তুমি এই চ্যাটিং করতে পারো বা কলও করতে পারো, একবার ইজি, টাকাও লাগবে না, শুধু একটু মেগাবাইট খরচ করলে হয়। আমরা দ্বিতীয় নাম্বার দেখেছিলাম যে এখানে প্রমোট প্রোডাক্টস, মানে তুমি এই ছোটখাটো একটা বিজনেসম্যান যদি হও, তুমি যে উদ্যোক্তা হও, তুমি এই কিছু প্রোডাক্ট এখন অন্যদের সাথে পরিচয় করতে যাও, ইজি। এখন তুমি তোমার স্ট্যাটাসে লিখে দিলে যে আমি এই সয়াবিন তেল, অথবা আমি এই চানাচুর তৈরি করি, এগুলা বাস এই সস্তা দামে বা চিপ রেট আমার কাছে ক্রয় করা যায় আমার কাছ থেকে, ইজি, তাই না? এরপরে চ্যারিটেবল ওয়ার্কস, মনে করো তোমার বাড়ির পাশে একটা রাস্তা আছে, সেখানে একটা সাঁকো আছে, এই সাঁকোটা মোটামুটি ভেঙে গেছে, তুমি তোমার কয়েকজন বন্ধুকে নিয়ে তুমি এই সাঁকোটা তৈরি করে দিলে, এখন এটা ছবি তুলে তুমি তোমার বন্ধুদের কাছে ফেসবুকে তোমার অ্যাকাউন্টে দিয়ে দিলে, কি হইলো? তারাও দেখে তো উদ্বুদ্ধ হইলো যে তাদের বাড়ির কাছে যে রাস্তা ভাঙা থাকে, তারাও এখন কি করবে, তারাও সেটাকে মেরামত করে নিবে। দিস ইজ টু share with your partner or with your relatives or friends or any type of people's your charitable works or charities. Okay, then another is powerful search engines to seek job locally and abroad. Okay, dear learners, if you open Facebook or any types of social network services, you will find that advertisement, job advertisement, or visa processing advertisement you can find easily, and here have been given the links of the pages. You can register with easy way. Okay, then another is real life connection. We want to connect with each other in our real life, so it is possible real life connection. Okay, dear learners, আমি যদি আরেকটু বলি যে এখন তুমি স্টুডেন্ট বিষয়ে বাইরে যেতে চাও, তুমি একটা বিদেশে চাকরি পেতে চাও, দেশের মাধ্যমে চাকরি পেতে চাও, কোনো কোম্পানিতে চাকরি পেতে চাও, এখন এই চাকরির এই যে ওয়েবসাইটে অ্যাডভার্টাইজ দেওয়া থাকে, অথবা যেই নিউজ পেপারে অ্যাডগুলো দেওয়া থাকে সেগুলা কেউ না কেউ কিন্তু সেগুলা লিঙ্ক এই ফেসবুকে বা অন্যান্য এই সোশ্যাল নেটওয়ার্ক সার্ভিসে দিয়ে রাখে, অথবা তুমি দিতে পারো। এতে করে অন্যরা সহজেই অ্যাডটা পেয়ে গেল, সে চাকরির জন্য দরখাস্ত করতে পারলো, সে বিদেশে যাওয়ার জন্য একটা অ্যাপ্লাই করতে পারলো। দিস ইজ পাওয়ারফুল সার্চ ইঞ্জিনস to seek job locally in home and abroad. Okay, dear learners, we already have discussed with you about some advantages of using social networking services. Now we are going to discuss with you about some disadvantages. Okay, in every things there are some advantages and disadvantages, and social network services are not out of them. Now look at here, we are going to discuss with each other about the disadvantages of social network services. Number one, privacy jeopardy. Number one, privacy jeopardy. Another is wrong information. Okay, and another is identity theft, and another is addiction, and another is wastage of time. Okay, these are the disadvantages of social networking services. Okay, এখন সোশ্যাল নেটওয়ার্ক সার্ভিসের কিন্তু অসুবিধাও কম নেই। একটা এডিকশন, যে পড়তে বসলো, পড়তেছে হঠাৎ মনে হইলো যে মোবাইলে একটু ফেসবুকে দেখি আমাকে কয়টা লাইক দিছে, কি কি কমেন্ট করছে, আবার মোবাইলটাকে রেখে আবার পড়াশোনা বসলো, আবার টানলো। দেখো এই যে একটা এডিকশন, মোবাইল অথবা কম্পিউটার নিয়ে শুধু সোশ্যাল নেটওয়ার্ক সার্ভিসে বসে থাকা, দিস ইজ এডিকশন। ইট ইজ অলসো ওয়াস্টেজ অফ টাইম। ওকে, কখন যে সময় কিভাবে চলে যায়, এই হাঁটতে বসতে চলতে ঘন্টার পর ঘন্টা, যদি কেউ এডিকশন হয়ে যায় তাহলে কি ইট ইজ অলসো ওয়াস্টেজ অফ টাইম। অ্যান্ড আইডেন্টিটি থেফট, তুমি কি করছো না করছো, তোমার ভালো মন্দ সবকিছু কিন্তু অন্যরা স্ক্রিনশট দিয়ে যাইবে, চুরি করে নিয়ে যেতে পারে। ওকে, অ্যান্ড সামটাইমস it has been given wrong information, and it also spread rumor. Okay, একটা ঘটনা ঘটে নাই, একটা ছবি উলটপালট একটা ছবি তুলে দিয়ে দিল যে এই ঘটনাটা ঘটছে, তো এটা রিউমার ছড়াইলে কি হয়ে গেল, তাই না? ওকে, dear learners, you have already got some information about social networking services. Okay, now we are going to read out the passage, then you will get more information about the passage, then I shall give you some work to do. Okay, the advantages of the internet technology have made it possible to emerge a good number of websites to facilitate social relations among people around the world. These are known as social networking services or social networks. At present, Facebook is the most popular. Google Plus, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. are another frequently used social services. Social network services are web-based and hence provide ways for the users to interact through the internet. The services make it possible to connect people sharing interests and activities across the borders, and thus have made a lot for the users to feel that they really live in a global village. Why are social networks expanding so fast? The answer is simple. Most of the social services are cost-free. You can make use of them free, paying a very little to your internet service provider. Secondly, you can make your personal profile public before the entire online community. It is like presenting yourself before the entire world. You can also look into other people's profile if you are interested. It is simple and easy. Thirdly, social networks allow users to upload pictures, multimedia contents, and modify the profile. Some, like Facebook, allow users to update their profiles. Fourthly, networks allow users to post blog entries. User profiles have a section dedicated to comments from friends and other users. Finally, there are privacy protection measures too. A user himself or herself decides over the number of visitors, viewers, and what information should be shared with others. Okay. Point out 5 positive impact of social networking and write down them in your notebook. Okay, dear learners, I already have discussed about some advantages of social networking services. If you recall it again, I think that it will be easier for you to write down some information. Now write like that. Okay, আমি ইতিমধ্যে সোশ্যাল নেটওয়ার্ক সার্ভিসের কিছু অ্যাডভান্টেজেস আলোচনা করেছি। তোমরা যদি একটু রিকল করো তাইলে তোমরা সহজে এগুলো নিয়ে আবার এখানে 5টা পয়েন্ট তোমরা লিখতে পারো। ওকে, dear learners, now here I have given a summary about our passage. Now you look at the screen and read it. Okay, here there are some sentences there that dispoints of the whole passage. Okay, now you read it again and again. I think that it will be very helpful for you to answer any questions. Dear learners, now here I have given 4 questions. Now you try to answer of these questions and write down in your notebook. Number 1, what is the full meaning of social networking service? Okay. Number 2, what is the social networking service? And number 3, describe the benefits of social network services. And fourth one, social networking has not only positive impact but also has negative impact on the society. Do you agree about it? Why or why not? Very simple and easy questions. We had already discussed about them. Okay, dear learners, you think or you read the passage again, or you again enjoy the previous slides from the class, then you try to write down and you try to answer of the questions. Okay, dear students, I am about to end of my class. Now I am giving you homework. Your homework is make a chart of influences of social network services on the people of society. Okay, it is your homework. Dear learners, I again and again suggest you to write down your homework from your own memory. You never try to write your homework from any sources or making or copying from any type of sources. Okay, you remember that if you write anything from your memory, it is your asset and you have done it and you have learned it. Okay, ultimately my suggestion is to you, you stay in your reading room and try to be seated in front of your table. Spend your time reading your prescribed books, doing your homework properly, and enjoy the classes from Songshot Television, Kishore Batayan and different online media. Now it is the time to stay home and to enjoy classes from the classes which are given in online based. Okay, and when your school will be opened, you should show your homework to your respected teachers. In the next class I shall present in front of you with another topics. Okay, and up to the beginning of my next class, you keep yourselves well. Thank you very much. See you again later. Allah Hafiz.